What's up, family? Welcome back to episode number 4 in the School of Entries. And of course, this is where I share my day-to-day trades that can really impart you with knowledge and take you to the next level when it comes to trading. And of course, today's lesson, we're gonna be covering battling with psychology, respecting your strategy, as well as maintaining a very good mental health in terms of running the trade or managing the trade, because that is what happened to me today. And we're gonna go in. Yes, I'm gonna show you the analytical side and the technical side, skill side of things, but I'm gonna really be deep into emphasizing in terms of managing it up here. It's very important rather than just skill alone. So let's jump onto the market right away. Okay, family, we are on the market right now, and as you can see, this is how my chart looks like right now. Nasdaq sold, as you can see, but we actually made profits on this buy here, and it really tested my patience because we took this trade in the London session, and of course this is now the New York session coming in to take the lows that London session created. But I'm gonna break it down for you on how I really what was my thought process when I was taking this trade, and as well as we can deal with the psychology right there. Oh my god, I was really tested with this one, hey. Okay, so when it came to the H1, in fact, let me just play it back to where this trade was. Okay, let me just play it back, and this is how the market looked when I got there in the morning. This is the piece of price action that I was seeing. So many people can't do much with this, they just wait, which it can be a very good choice, because you can be waiting to trade with the overall trend in terms of the H1, right, where this actually happened within the New York. But I wanted to trade within London. I wanted to be done for today. I couldn't get a trade on DAX 30 either on US 30. DAX 30 just left off without actually me getting an entry there, so I was just left with options of Nasdaq or US 30. US 30 was quite very slow today, so my only option was Nasdaq to go for, right? And as you can see, this is how it looks like in terms of structure. And this, of course, you will see it now, this where the market broke here, this was a low on the markets. Okay, so if I can take it, that was a low on the markets that the structure had broken, and of course the market created a new low over here, and this low that was broken, in fact, I'm just gonna go to the M15 so that you guys can see it quite well. But being myself, I was already able to identify that. Okay, from then on, this high, or rather lower high that broke this low right here, that is what we can now call our change of character. And as you can see, it kind of really went back there and sold off and then broke it again. Okay, so that is our change of character. So I was really anticipating in terms of buys that Nasdaq was actually gonna go deep into buys, right? So I'm just gonna go back here. There we go. Okay, so I was really anticipating that Nasdaq was gonna be really buying. I mean, the structure had already proven itself, that we had really the market going back into demand areas and then buying off. And of course, even right here, we had the market filling on this fair value gap, and already I was so optimistic with this trade in terms of taking bullish, or rather being quite bullish on this trade and taking buys. Okay, so that it broke this structure right here, so I took that and labeled it. In fact, I didn't label it, but for your learning sake, I'm gonna label it for you right there. And as you can see, this was quite a validation of a bullish trend. I mean, this is basically market structure shift, right, where you can have the market giving you a lower low, and it was broken, and we have that lower high being broken, and this is definitely a beginning of a new trend according to textbook method. But of course, not always textbook method works out, but it is quite proven to be very accurate, which is exactly what happened to me on this trade. Okay, and of course I also did give a signal to my signal group. We all hit take profit 1, and the rest of the trades went for break even. Okay, so there was a fair value gap that I saw right here, and also given that the last candle there being a breaker, So I definitely now use that as a fair value gap and a breaker. So this simply means that I'm trading it like this. Okay, so there's a high, and the high that was broken, and the market comes back to it, retest that. So provided that we have an imbalance here or a fair value gap, then we can somehow just use that and say we have two confluences over there, a fair value gap and a breaker. Okay, so that was how I actually traded off this, or why I concluded that I'm gonna be buying off this and not here. Okay, even though I did anticipate that later on within the New York the market will sell, then eventually buy again to create new highs, but it never really did that. Okay, and of course this is how now I began to plot my entry. Okay, and I put my stop loss slightly below here, and you can see how now the market is going to really test me. Let me just show you where I actually put my take profit. Was around about at this areas here, because let me just show you again one thing that I want to teach you in terms of skill, family, so you can know I really want to teach you here. Whenever you see something like this, you must know that there is a hidden supply level right there. Okay, so if we can go to the 5 minutes and we get back right here, you can see that there was this supply level. So I put my take profit 1 over there, and of course my ultimate point I actually put it somewhere here. Okay, so but most of you guys at the beginning, you did see we actually took profits around about at take profit 1, and the rest of the stuff where trade stopped. Okay, somewhere here. Okay, so that's where we put take profit 1. Reason being that I do this is to allow myself not to be greedy, and I was in profit all along and the market comes back and stops me out. A lot of people try to force the market to kind of do that. You don't have to force the market, go with the flow. Don't be ignorant to certain zones and levels that may actually make the market to turn against your trade and eventually turn a very profitable day into a loss. So that's exactly my philosophy of trading in terms of trading psychology. I just allow the market to give me. Okay, so I'm just gonna play it out slowly here because there's some valuable lessons here. And as you can see, this is where we're now in here. Okay, and it kept on just ranging. I mean, it kept on just ranging. It almost broke the high and it came back. So we're like holding this trade for almost like 4 hours. I mean, we entered around 10 a.m. and around 2 p.m. or around 2:30, that's when we actually hit take profit 1. I was very excited, but oh my god, I was quite also relieved. So it kept on playing, guys. You will see it. So it almost hit my stop loss there. Okay, so my stop loss was somewhere here because I still hold the trade. Okay, yeah, so my stop loss was somewhere a bit lower here. Okay, it almost hit my stop loss, I tell you. Okay, but I'd given a bigger stop loss for the people in the signals. Okay, as you can see, from then on, before it just now almost hit my stop loss area, that's when I was like, should I really close break even and just call it a day, or should I just hold? So I was just willing that it can just hit my stop loss since I had a very small stop loss. I was really watching the markets, just doing other stuff in terms of content creation. So I was on the laptop the whole day, right? And I was just really affected mentally. So one of the advices that I can give you is that don't stay on the screen the whole day. It can really affect the level of management in terms of your trades. But again, it started now paying off because remember, we just traded with the trend. So take profit 1 should be somewhere here. I don't know if I still have the original picture of this, but somewhere there, because I remember we took profits here, and then the market afterwards started, of course, now selling. Okay, so this is how it now appears that we actually took this trade. So we didn't reach all the way right there. In fact, this was a 1:4, and of course the rest came back to break even. Okay, so if I executed 3 trades, that means half of my trades went into take profit 1 and the rest broke even. So which is not a bad day at all. It's still a very profitable day for me and my Signal subscribers. So definitely I'm very grateful to the Lord that this didn't go haywire. But again, my psychology protected me, right? Because we don't just trade textbook style. It doesn't just always go our way. So definitely we just move with what the market communicates to us. I'm not sure if you get it, but this is a valuable lesson that many of you need to apply within your day-to-day trading. Understand the market. The market almost speaks to you. So you need to read the signs that the market is giving you and take the profits that it has already been given you. So instead of complaining, be grateful in terms of that day overall. So in fact, this is the end of this episode, School of Entries, episode 4. And the main emphasis here is managing trades, the psychology of managing trades. That is the main emphasis, family. Make sure, of course, you do subscribe to this channel. We have more valuable content in terms of educational content. We cover a lot: smart money, news trading, trading psychology, self-development. So definitely I'm very excited for everybody that's coming in. And I do appreciate those of you who have been coming back, watching these videos. It was really a big encouragement, family. God bless you. See you on the next episode.